Motor Week is made possible by Rock Auto and Tire Rack.
There were quite a few people that were excited to hear that Chrysler was bringing back the Pacifica until they found out that FCA wasn't actually bringing back the Pacifica crossover utility, but rather putting the name on an all-new minivan. Talk about bait and switch. But before you switch off your interest, there's a lot to love about Chrysler's new generation people mover. From the folks that brought us the original front-wheel drive minivan comes the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. Yep, you won't have the Town & Country or Dodge Grand Caravan to kick around much longer. But while the sales heyday of minivans is past, there is still a sizable market for this most useful of vehicle types, with over 500,000 sold last year. And the Pacifica's all-new platform comes with all the next-generation improvements you might expect, from ride and handling to advanced user-friendly technology. As for fuel economy, never a minivan strong suit, the big news is a Pacifica Hybrid with an 80 mpge rating. It has a 16 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery working along with all of the necessary hardware in conjunction with the standard 3.6-liter V6 engine, which is the latest version of FCA's Pentastar, now outputting 287 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque through a 9-speed automatic transmission. The hybrid won't be offered until later this year, so we spent most of our early drive time at the National Press Launch in California aboard the mainstream gas-only powered Pacifica. We can agree that ride and handling are much improved, and perhaps more importantly, things have gotten a lot quieter inside the cabin. But much higher on the list of pleases for most families will be the techie gadgets. In addition to the 8.4-inch Uconnect touchscreen for managing things up front, there's Uconnect Theater for rear seat passengers, featuring dual 10-inch high-def touchscreens. And you can upgrade audio to 13-speaker Alpine or even 20-speaker Harman Kardon to hear the best of everything. Surround view cameras, parking assistance, and various autonomous safety features are offered too. And since Honda made an onboard vacuum a must-have accessory, Pacifica has one as well. And in an attempt to out-clever them all, the hands-free foot wiggle opening treatment gets applied to the side sliders as well to the rear liftgate. Available as either 7 or 8 passenger, the space inside is cavernous as you would expect. Stow-and-go seating is more comfortable plus easier to use thanks to the addition of Stow-and-Go Assist, which slides the front seat out of the way with a push of a button. The second row seats pivot forward to allow much improved walk-in style access to a third row seat with optional power recline. It's impressively suitable for kids of all ages. As for the parents up front, their seating delivers a big improvement in long-haul comfort. Dash design is simple, with a packed central control pod that includes Chrysler's rotary gear shift. This allows a semi-open front floor plan, even with a huge storage console between the seats. Along with 32.3 cubic feet of cargo capacity, and that's behind the third row. Folding those seats into the floor gets you 87.5 cubic feet of space. Stow the second row for 140.5 cubic feet. No crossover can touch that, though it's still 5 to 7% less than segment rivals Odyssey and Sienna. Beauty is subjective, of course, but among the current crop of minivans, the Pacifica is the most attractive. Still, you can only do so much and maintain the total practicality of a box on wheels. The front fascia closely resembles the Chrysler 200 sedan, and from there the wedge shape widens to a full box before tapering down slightly at the rear. Side body lines and the uninterrupted flow of the greenhouse are elegant touches that go a long way to keep things interesting and as closely resembling a crossover as possible. It's certainly tall looking from the rear, but also flat and smooth. Pricing undercuts the Asian competition just a bit, starting at $29,590. We think the hybrid will start in the mid-30s. It's hard to imagine the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica having an easy time of it, as FCA is not only launching a new vehicle into a shrinking segment, but they're foregoing Town & Country and Dodge Grand Caravan name recognition. Then again, the new-gen Pacifica is aimed at a new generation of buyers, ones who might think crossovers are yesterday's news. If that turns out to be true, this ocean-sized people mover has what it takes to make a very pleasant voyage.